Hey there, thanks for coming to this video. So maybe you've heard me mention C.A.R.s in passing, or maybe we've done some C.A.R.s in a workout, and I just want to clarify what the heck it is and what it's for, and then encourage you to go do the daily C.A.R.s drill with me. It's about a 15 to 20 minute video, and start incorporating either the parts that feel cranky and kinky any morning into your routine, or maybe the whole thing a few times a week. Whatever you can muster is going to be beneficial. All right, so the point of C.A.R.s, which first of all stands for Controlled Articular Rotations, is basically to take our joints, every single one of them, except I guess I don't have any joint C.A.R.s for fingers right now in my routine and toes, but take each joint through its full capacity of motion, which means every place that we can control with our muscles, we take through on a daily basis, because the brain and nervous system gets feedback from these things in our joints called mechanoreceptors. And if we don't regularly remind the nervous system and the brain that we want to be able to take our joint into that range, it's going to take it away. Very gradually, but over time, it's significant. Think about if you've seen a kid play or a kid hanging out, just sitting. They can sit, I can't quite do it without warming up because I'm an adult, sit like with their butt between their heels here all day for hours and play. It's because their mechanoreceptors get that feedback on a regular basis, and we all start out with that much mobility and flexibility. We all do. It's just a matter of reminding our joints where we can go. I'm pretty sure every one of us had a beautiful, perfect ass to grass squat when we were tiny. I know it, you know, and then gradually modern life doesn't require that we do it, so we eventually lose the ability to go past maybe the height of a chair, maybe the height of something else that we are usually moving through, but not all the way down, which gradually over time can, you know, decrease and decrease and decrease to the point where we can't get off the floor. So that's somewhere I don't want to be, and I don't want to see you ever have to deal with. So that's why we're working on joint mobility. C.A.R.s is basically this. Let's take the shoulder joint, for example. We're going to try to find the very edge of the entire, like this is my joint socket, this is my humerus, trying to take that humerus through the entire edge of my shoulder joint. So every single mechanoreceptor gets the feedback that my arm wants to be there. So it's a big circle, slow, intentional. There's some intensity, but every day morning C.A.R.s is about 50% effort. And then C.A.R.s that we'll do in our workout, we add load, or we add more stress from gravity, or we add some other complicated thing to it to make it more challenging than morning C.A.R.s. And it is good at keeping that range. It is not good at gaining range. So we gain range by doing our isometric loading, our Pales rails. We do it by doing our eccentric loading. We have a couple other methods, lift-offs and passive range holds that we use in order to gain new range, preceded by some flexibility training. But if we want to keep what we've got and then build on it, it's going to be beneficial to do those C.A.R.s. And not only to do it to maintain the range, but also to make the movement smooth and keep the jumpiness out of it. If you find that, like for me, my ankle C.A.R.s are super jumpy, which means I do not have control of that range. I don't own it yet. I just am flexible in many spaces. So I've been practicing that lately. So it's another sign. If you've got areas that you kind of jump over, or you just can't smoothly move through the range, then it's a great thing to practice so that you can then layer more strength training onto that joint later. Thanks for visiting. Have fun with your C.A.R.s.